Kirk. Welcome to Independent Investor. I'm glad to have you here with us again after our last meeting together where we had an exciting time. Today we intend to talk about the economy and then zero it to some companies on the stock exchange. What's really getting us interested this morning is the exciting news that we have exited the recession. Now, we've gone to town, and the town seems to be agog, but with some cautiousness, I would say. We're being a little bit cautious because we have to wait the official figures from the National Bureau of Statistics. They are the authoritative figure or establishment that can tell us if we've exited the recession or not. But be that as it may, World Economics came up with their own prognosis that we have exited the recession, and they base their findings mostly on manufacturing results, manufacturing output. Yeah, if we look at it from that perspective, indeed, it'll show that we are really gradually exiting the recession. Like you know, the PMI, what is called the Purchasers Marketing Index, is a leading indicator to tell the direction of the economy, whether the economy is improving or it's having setbacks. Now, PMI, there are two of them. One is being compiled by IBTC, Stanbic IBTC, and the other by the central bank. The one compiled by IBTC is called the PMI Composite or Composite PMI, which shows a growth from former levels of 52 to 53. That of the CBN shows a growth to about 47.7 from the former regions of 44.6. It does show that we are exiting the recession. But then again, why I said we should be cautious is that we've not heard from the authentic source, the institution that is constitutionally responsible for telling us such economic indicators. And besides, if you look at unemployment, another leading indicator to tell us if a country or an economy is exiting recession is not doing well. Unemployment for the last quarter is about 13.9, which is a rise or a growth, a negative growth, so to say, from the former levels of 13.3. Now we're going to turn our attention to the stock market and talk about two major stocks because of the performance on the stock exchange on Friday. On Friday, we saw Unilever, an FMCG, leading the gainers table, followed by Stanbic IBTC. Now, Unilever first. We realized that this company in the last 6 months has not been doing too well or in terms of return on the exchange. When compared to the market, that is the RC, it has returned a negative 29% compared to the RC's negative between 8 and 9%. Let's just say 8.5%. Be that as it may, analysts have reviewed their forecast about the company from a situation where they advise people to sell their stocks to a situation where they are saying it will underperform the market. We've already seen that by our own statistics here when we compared with the market, that compared to the market, it has lost a whopping 29%. When it comes to returns, or rather the fundamentals, the company financials, we also realize that although it has gained to about 22 billion in terms of revenue compared to the previous position of 16 billion, we see that when we drill down to the bottom line, the company made net profits of just 1.6 billion compared to 1.04 billion the year before. I mean, look at it. It made revenues of 22 billion and profit of 1.6 billion. What happened to the other 18 billion or so? Well, all of that went to cost. It tells us that the company needs to do something about its cost structure. going forward. And being a behemoth, I do not want to say dinosaur, because it's a pretty old company, a company that needs to reinvent itself, given that it's been around for a while, and we know the concept of maturation of companies and markets. But by the very nature of the industry that the company finds itself, an FMCG, a fast-moving consumer goods, it should demonstrate some of these characteristics and really grow. So what is happening? Perhaps there are disruptors in the flanks trying to steal market from this company. So analysts haven't revised their outlook, are saying the stock price may not likely be as high as it is now that we have it in the 33 Naira region, may fall down to about 22 Naira. Well, that takes us to the second company, Stanbic IBTC. Stanbic IBTC was in the news some time ago because of some infractions of IFRC laws, or rather rules, FRC rather, rules. And that has affected bottom line. And going forward, coming to this year, the company has done quite well, erasing losses of the previous years, making fabulous returns, about 156 billion Naira, compared to about 140 billion that was made the year before. Even in terms of profit, they've expanded profit to the tune of about 20 plus billion compared to about 16 billion of the previous year. Now, what are analysts saying? They're saying it's a stock to hold. A stock to hold because of what they see happening in the future. Matter of fact, it's an improvement of the last predictions or forecast of the stock, where they said it was going to underperform the market. Not too long ago, the company had a positive review from Fitch Rating. What they held on strongly was that the company has a very, very strong base when it comes to its capital structure, being that it has strong support from the parent company in South Africa, that is the Standard Bank of South Africa. Besides that, the company has state-of-the-art technology, and the corporate governance structure of the company is very solid. So what do analysts say will be the price going forward? Analysts, about 5 of them, who provide forecast, about 12 months forecast of Stanbic IBTC, says that the stock price is going to sell for about 17.90 Naira, which is also lower than what it is selling for as of Friday, which was about 20 Naira and 47 kobo. So it tells that they are not quite optimistic about the company, and probably because of the returns or output, financial output. Let me quickly correct Let me quickly correct what I said earlier about the profit level of the company. Our notes here say profits grew by 35% to 28 billion from the previous position of 18 billion. So that's our take for the week. If you have any questions to ask us, we'll be glad to answer you. If you look under the comment box there on YouTube, where you're watching right now, you see where to make or ask your questions. We'll be glad to get back to you soon. It may not be as quickly as you want it, but be sure we are going to get back. Thank you very much for watching today.